Alright, we're here, baby. Kratos versus Asura. Great choice. You know what? I really need to replay Asura's Wrath. But obviously I didn't get around to it. Also, I never bought the DLC. So it's just never gonna happen. You know, my chat is just done. I can't even post it. There's someone in the chat just, I don't know, breaking the law. Can you do a reaction for Death Battle Dan Fan versus Jake Long? Sure. In the future, I'll do that. At a certain point, I would like to have every single Death Battle reacted to. We got an ad. Oh, okay. Here we go. It's about 6 minutes long, the battle, you mean. How you doing? Anyway. So, Kratos versus Asura. I really want this one to be good. Like, hey, it's actually going to be kind of rare. Usually I don't watch a death battle. Sorry, I'm distracted by the chat. By a death battle that I actually know both of the characters. Now, to be fair, I haven't played Asura's Wrath since it came out. Also, I never played the DLC. That's just like the actual ending. I watched it, but I never played it, so it's not as it's not as like ingrained in my memory. I don't even remember how Asura's Wrath ends, honestly, because I wasn't paying for that. You had to buy it just to get the actual true ending. I was like, screw that, I'm not fucking doing that. Said the fight was originally 9, but you cut it down for pacing issues. Okay. Alright, well, I don't care how long it is as long as it's good. You got a 2-minute fight, and if it's like really good, then what? Here we go, baby. Audio should be good. Oh yeah, I like that they do these like these little teasers.
Kratos.
All right, here we go. Kratos.
The Ghost of Sparta versus the
Such a great battle.
Because sometimes you just want to punch a god in the face. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. In the beginning,
all right, I didn't watch any of the videos leading up to this.
A series of cosmic clashes that birthed the universe.
Boom! Now that's what I call a big bang!
From Ceto's death, the oceans would flow. From Uranus's strikes, the stars were spawned, and so forth. Thus, the world itself was born from violence.
Starting the whole messy cycle, Uranus was overthrown by his Titan son, Kronos, who was overthrown by his Olympian son.
Didn't they do a remaster of these games? Another remaster.
Kratos.
Just post them up on PS5.
Child of Zeus,
Oh no, just
Kratos
put the
was left
PS2 games on
among Spartan
PS5.
mortals, far
They do that now.
exceeding all among him. He became a
Just do it.
fierce warrior, winning many a battle, until finally cornered by ruthless barbarians.
Ares, destroy these guys who are kicking my ass, and my life is yours.
My life is
The
yours.
deal was made.
Now it's a
Kratos
meme.
was joined at the bone with the Blades of Chaos, a set of chain swords, and basically a badass whirlwind of flame and steel.
But Ares
two of the
had a
best
scheme.
weapons in any
While
game
doing
ever.
work for his god, Kratos accidentally
Blades of Chaos.
murdered his own family,
Oops.
permanently marked by the ashes of his
Calliope.
wife and daughter. He was, forevermore, the Ghost of Sparta.
So, he was kinda understandably really pissed off. Time for a new god of war.
Hell
the
yeah.
gods were crapping their togas in fear as the
He was
new
so
god
upset
of war
about his
took out
wife
his
and
rage
daughter
on all
dying,
of
he
them.
banged every
And got
woman
some new
across
gear out of it, too.
With
in a
Poseidon's
mini game.
trident and Icarus's wings,
I love
Kratos
that.
dominated
Can't do
both
that
sea
anymore.
and sky. He also has a tendency
up,
to carry
Frankinator?
powerful severed heads, like Medusa's.
Yeah, I love
the
these games
claws
too.
of Hades could steal souls, even the soul of Hades himself. Should have thought that one through, man.
Neither Perseus or Hercules were a match for Kratos.
So I'm assuming
nor was
they're gonna
Helios,
use
the
his
sun
peak,
god
right?
capable of moving
They're not gonna
stars
take in
and
consideration
spreading
that
light
every
across the entire underworld.
game he
Fought
loses all of his
Atlas,
powers.
The Titan of rank,
Oh, yeah,
who
PSP
broke
game.
the load-bearing pillar of the universe. So Kratos forced him to hold up the cosmos on his own instead.
And he could do it with just one hand, according to the novelization.
Even his grandpappy Kronos failed to stop him. You know, the guy who overthrew the primordial that punched the universe into existence?
Causing shockwaves that moved over a quadrillion times faster than light. A frankly incomprehensible feat.
Then there's Daddy Zeus.
Who proved
I love
a
they always have to
serious
talk about how
challenge
fast
until
something
Kratos
is.
drew perhaps his ultimate weapon.
It goes
the
1
blade of
quadrillion
Olympus.
miles a
It can
second.
make tornadoes, lightning, force fields. Oh, and it can stay
They're gonna
the
take
hell out of
in
you. It
consideration
summons
all of his
godly
abilities he
energy
ever
and
got.
can pull enough to even kill Zeus. Like father, like son.
Even while Kratos ultimately released hope across the Greek world, he could only do so after annihilating everything.
Yeah.
Like a badass,
Everything
he was unstoppable.
must die
Non-stop
first.
Killing and sex and even more killing, and yet he couldn't be any more depressed.
His
Kratos
wife
is in
and
Fortnite.
daughter were still
Not this
gone.
version of Kratos, I don't
What
think, but
was he to do?
He didn't know. He wandered aimlessly for years, somehow stumbling into Norse mythology where he met Faye,
Yeah.
his second wife.
Is
Good
there like
start, buddy?
Kratos had a new lease on life.
is there like
and
a
he could not
comic
escape his
bridging
past
3
mistakes.
with
There's a
the
reason he
reboot?
hid his swords in a dingy basement.
I guess
Even
there
so,
is.
Faye insisted he could do better. So he became a dad to a new boy.
Easily
Boy.
the toughest task he ever undertook, especially after Faye unfortunately died of a mysterious illness.
Damn it, not again! But hey, it
Yeah.
wasn't Kratos' fault this time, and Faye left the tools he'd need to keep
As
the
far as
boy
we know.
safe, including the Leviathan axe.
Far from the whirling rage of the Blades of Chaos, the Leviathan axe was deliberate and mighty, said to rival Mjolnir itself.
Thor wishes Mjolnir was as cool as this axe. It's imbued with ice magic and a poison even the gods fear. It can be summoned to Kratos' hand from a distance, and it even shatters souls.
Kratos may have once been a sword of vengeance, but with his new
Shattered
weapons and a
souls.
new purpose, he stood as a shield against the godly Asir.
Too bad he just can't help but get in trouble with gods. But now he knew how to control his anger.
Which is even more important than it sounds. Kratos' Spartan rage summons an inner strength with magical properties.
He can even get so pissed off that he straight up
Spartan
heals
rage.
himself. That seems like the opposite of what should happen.
Not all
No,
anger is
it's good.
problematic, and Kratos wields
Just get
plenty of
angry,
new
you heal that
weapons and
bullet
relics
wound.
to channel his rage through.
Like the Dropnir ring, which can summon a bunch of wind spears. They can absorb all types of energy and blast
So,
it back.
he
Even
is-
has relics and
I mean, this
magic
isn't
that
really
can warp
fair.
Space and slow down time.
Naturally, he
Honestly.
contested with the strongest of the Norse
Asura had
including
one
the
game to
god
have
of
all of his
thunder,
abilities.
Thor, who was powerful
Kratos
enough to
has
fight the fire
8
giant
games?
Surtur and the world serpent Jormungandr at the same time.
Oh, and that fire giant would be the cause of actual Ragnarok. You can't defeat me, Thor. I know, but he can.
Well, not exactly. Freyr, the rain god, held off Ragnarok for a considerable
that'd be
time
great. A
on
state
his
of play
own,
next week?
And the sheer power of Ragnarok
hope so.
shook Yggdrasil down to its very roots.
That's the World Tree, which is like a literal tree that connects the whole universe.
According to Freya, the tree's very existence supports all of creation among its boughs. Every strand transcending time, transcending space. Everything comes back to the tree.
So
Okay.
it's kind of like Kratos lives in a really, really, really big treehouse.
In his quest to free the Norse world,
Pretty
Kratos
much.
reclaimed
But what's that
old
have to do with
weapons
him
by
being-
reckoning with his
being able
past
to beat
sins, even taking up the
Asura?
blade of Olympus once again.
Even better, he actually got to be a decent dad. And now the boy is
For
a
Shovel
man
Knight.
and also a bear.
Kratos made a lifetime of mistakes, but this future would be different. He'd be more than he was in the past. Not just a god of war, but a leader, a father, and a defender. A god of hope.
I still haven't played that
This battle
DLC.
is sponsored by Robin Hood Gold.
With Robinhood Gold, you can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on
The fuck is
retirement
Robinhood?
contributions.
The privileges of the very privileged are no longer exclusive. With Robinhood Gold, your annual IRA
First time I've heard of this
contributions are
sponsor.
boosted by 3%.
You also get
I
4% APY on your cash
I would
and
guess.
non-retirement accounts.
I don't know.
That's
Kratos
over
has a
8
lot of
times the
abilities.
national
We'll see.
savings
Asura
average.
has
The
like
perks of the high net worth are now
from what I
available for
remember,
any member.
Asura
The new gold
fought a
standard is
giant
here with Robinhood
that it was
Gold.
bigger
To
than
receive
the
your
Earth.
3% 10% boost on
That I
annual
remember.
IRA contributions. Sign up at
thank you, Jeb.
robinhood.com/gold.
Investing involves risk. Rate subject to change. 3%
And
match requires Robinhood
does he
Gold
go
at
in like
$5 a
some
month
like
for 1 year.
really like
First match must
like
keep funds in
ultra
IRA
rage
for 5
mode?
years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost.
I don't want to spoil Asura's
Over 8
wrath.
times
I know
match
there's
five
something that
savings
happens at a
account
certain
interest rate
point, and
claims
then he
based on
goes
data from the
full.
FDIC
Well,
as of November 18,
I guess it doesn't really
2024.
matter because they're gonna
Robinhood
spoil in a
Financial
second.
LLC, member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
It is this April. Yeah, I think he's
Long
confusing.
ago, a demigod fell from the heavens.
He thought it
only
was,
to rise
April
from
4th.
The depths of Naraka after
it's actually-
12,000 years.
I mean, he thought it was February 4th.
12,000 years, he's free.
Make my
to
monster
do
grow.
Everything
Yes.
tough enough to get in his way.
Yeah, this game
He
is
was
so
the
good.
demigod of wrath, Asura.
Alongside 7
Hell
other
yeah.
demigod generals, Asura served as defender of humanity against the impure Goma, dark spirit monsters infesting the world.
And the demigods battled the Goma by wielding a mystic energy formed from human prayer, mantra.
By advancing technology with mantra,
I'm glad they're gonna be
generals
talking about
became
this because I don't
essentially
remember anything about the
powerful
lore of
mystic
Asura.
cyborgs. They could each harness mantra
Asura's
through
wrath.
different emotional affinity. For August, it was greed. For Yasha,
Okay.
it was
Oh
melancholy.
yeah, when you're in the
I'll
hot
give you
tub with
one
him.
chance to guess what Asura's is.
By tapping into his wrath, Asura can take many forms for battle.
Forgot about that. That shit was
Six-armed
wild.
Vajra, a state
Yeah,
powerful
welcome,
enough to
Jeb. It's
subdue
been
the
interesting so
embodiment
far.
of the planet's will and the source of the Goma, Vlitra.
But he wasn't angry enough to put Goma Vlitra down for good. At least not yet. Of course, since he's literally powered by wrath, no enemy of Asura's would be stupid enough to do something that would make him even more mad, right? Right?
Funny you should say that.
God damn it.
First off, Asura is not some one-dimensional anger machine. In myth, the Asuras were powerful and aggressive beings, sure, but not inherently evil, just like Asura himself. He's a warrior, but also a husband with a daughter, Mithra.
And Mithra has the unique power to supercharge mantra energy.
Who's
which
the
gave
girl that he
Asura's
meets later
prideful
on that
commander,
reminds him of
Deus,
his daughter?
an idea. If he could weaponize Mithra,
I remember that
while
happened.
wiring her up to
A certain
super
thing
weapon,
happens.
the
They'll probably
Guardian
explain it.
generals could maybe finally end Goma Vlitra for good.
Well, obviously,
Yeah.
Asura wasn't gonna go along with that. So Deus framed
Yeah,
Asura
Jeb.
for killing the Emperor, murdered his wife, kidnapped Mithra, and then just straight up killed him.
Yeah.
What
It's
a dick.
But true
Yeah,
to his
probably a
nature,
bad idea.
Asura was literally
I don't think
too
they realized they were
angry to
attacking the
die.
fucking main
So long
character.
as a single part of his body remains and can possess mantra, he can climb back out of Naraka, a sort of limbo underworld between life and death. Thanks to some coaxing from a strange golden spider.
Oh,
he
yeah,
did
yeah.
just that with an all-new purpose in mind.
Make the gods pay! Oh yeah, they're calling themselves gods now. Turns out they're all assholes who started sacrificing thousands of innocent people to try to power up. So Asura got really pissed off.
And through his rage, Asura's power exploded, rising enough to throw giants like ragdolls.
Forgot they did
shatter
the
whole
episodic
moons,
format.
and destroy a fellow deity,
Like an anime.
Wyzen.
Who
I might have
could
to play this
dwarf
game
the
again. Yeah, there he is.
Wreck-It with just
No one's
a
saying
finger.
it. It's Queso,
Look
it's not me.
at this.
Asura is so powerful, his soul cannot be manipulated by the Goma or the deities. He can propel himself with mantra to fly, harden his fists to break steel, fire explosive energy blasts.
And headbutt you so hard you wish you could die even faster. The dude literally stockpiles anger into a burst of energy that can one-shot even
Oh,
the
yeah,
toughest of foes.
yeah.
And when he goes
He is
unlimited
like
mode,
the-
he can
is he the
rapid-fire
first
those
boss?
super attacks without overheating.
Asura's vengeance quest wasn't all shouting and explosions, though. I mean, it was a lot of that, but he also tried to protect people from the gods, including a girl who very much reminded
Yeah,
him
yeah, there
of
you go,
his
that's
own
her.
daughter.
Yeah, Asura's the kind
Yeah,
of
it
guy
doesn't
who
really
wants
work
to
out
be
for
a
her.
great dad, but all he knows how to do is punch anything that upsets his kid, like that one dad that knocks out a ref at a little league game.
And then the gods
Fuck is
killed
that from?
girl too,
Yeah.
along with her whole village, sparking
Yeah,
Asura to
yeah,
unleash
okay, so
his
this is where he goes like
berserker
dark
aura.
mode,
You know how
right?
the gods were sacrificing thousands of people to power up? Well, Asura got so freaking angry, he built
Yeah,
up
I don't
enough
know if
mantra
Chris
to
gonna
match
win,
him,
honestly.
Even though they've been building up energy for
Yeah.
thousands of
He
years.
just destroyed-
Seriously, guys, you're pissing off the guy who literally gets more powerful
Yeah.
the angrier he gets.
Yeah.
What did you
So,
think was gonna happen?
Yeah.
Yet even in berserker mode, Asura never lost total control.
Berserker Asura adds even more extra arms, and they're big and glowy now. The man can launch so much angry mantra he wiped out the god's whole space fleet in seconds.
so
Asura's
too.
anger raised to
fuck?
levels so high even he couldn't contain it, scorching him into his wrath form.
Even though it hurts Asura while he's in it, this form is still perfect for absolutely shit-stomping a snobby demigod's face in. It's okay though, his brother-in-law punched the
Dude,
edge
He
it
also saw the
makes
error
you
of the
hate
deity's
all the other
senseless
gods.
sacrifices and teamed up with Asura for a coup against Deus.
Awesome, they're bros again! Just in time for Asura to hit his former boss with so much mantra that he burst, then dive into the planet's core to obtain power equal to 1,000 arms! His mantra form! Finally, a power capable of killing Vlitra in a big
1,000 arms.
blast.
Deus was defeated and Gaia was saved. Yet, Asura's wrath hadn't been quelled.
I
Nah.
know, Prop.
It turns out that spider that guided him was actually Chakravartin, the creator of mantra
I don't
and
remember-
the
yeah.
entire universe.
I don't even
And
remember
everyone's
this.
suffering
I
was
finished
part of
this
his
game, I don't
plan to
remember any of
make
this shit.
Asura his heir. Chakra kidnapped Mithra because of course he did, and tested Asura in the form of a massive golden Buddha statue. Check out the size of it! That thing can literally hold a galaxy in its palm. Naturally, Asura and the statue threw him.
Yeah, well,
Enter the mantra reactor. Capable of
naturally.
holding 7 trillion souls, Asura instead used it as
Well,
a
fucking
vessel
go
for
a galaxy.
far
Asura is
greater
just like, I'm gonna
power.
punch him.
His own unfiltered rage. At last, Asura could show the world his real
Yeah,
colors.
yeah, I don't
Everyone
see it.
from the
How the fuck
humans
is
to the
Kratos
7
gonna win?
deities
There's no
to
way.
Chakravartin
There's no
saw
fucking way
Asura's
Kratos is
anger
gonna win.
As a weapon, a sword for tyranny. When that was never who he was. His rage was really a shield to protect humanity, and most of all, his daughter.
Who 2
A
is a
shield
masterpiece.
larger than a planet. Unbound by his past limits, Asura's ultimate destructor form effortlessly punched through asteroids larger than nebulas, dodged planet-sized lasers moving 2 quadrillion times faster than light, and obliterated
you
whole
go.
stars.
Chakravartin was
Yeah, I'm gonna have to load this
understandably
back up.
impressed and offered Asura a chance to
12,500
take his
plus years of
place. Asura
suffering.
smiled
See, I don't
at the
remember a
offer
lot of that
and
stuff.
extended
Oh, he
his
smiled?
arm.
Right into Chakra's face, as if he
Yeah.
was gonna let some god trample
Yeah.
over more worlds. Instead, he literally beat the QT.
Think I understand why there's no
God,
sequel.
obliterating him and his plans in a cosmic explosion.
But with Chakravartin
Yeah,
dead,
I beat
so
up
was
the creation
concept
of life, pretty
mantra
much.
itself.
Where else can I
Those
go?
who depended on it could not survive, including Asura.
Hey, as long as Mithra was fine, it was worth it. Besides, he'll reincarnate millions of years later, still kicking
Oh,
ass.
yeah!
ready to smack a random thug,
What
a
a-
meteor,
Yeah.
or Ryu.
Yeah, and
balls.
he,
It's interesting.
he
Despite
fought,
the
what's his name,
dangers
too?
of uncontrolled anger,
Akuma.
Asura's wrath gave him the power to save everything, all because of just one thing.
Some bastard made his daughter cry, so they had to pay.
They had to die.
Now that's a god I can get behind.
That's a good dad.
This battle is sponsored by Prize Picks,
Hell
the
yeah,
best
it's-
place to get real money sports action. With over 10 million members and
Yeah,
billions of
that's
bucks in
true, but it took
award
him, like,
winnings, Prize
3
Picks
games
has
to do
made
it,
daily
Demon and
fantasy
Archer.
sports accessible to everyone.
It's simple. All you have to do is pick more or
It took-
less.
it
of
took
at least
him
2
3 whole
players for a
games.
shot to win up to 1,000 times your
Asura's
cash.
game is like, what, 8 hours long?
Options that are harder or
That all
easier to
happens
play,
in the
just
span of,
for
like,
the little
7-8
goblins.
hours,
Love
by the
those
way.
little guys.
The big game
But
is
if you
almost
count,
here, so
yeah,
don't
I guess
miss
if you
out
count
on
the
last
DLC, then
football
it's
game of
good.
the
Probably
season
close to
with
10
Prize
hours,
Picks.
but still.
Prize Picks is even giving away a free pick for the game.
No, he did,
When
he did.
One of the starting
It was-
quarterbacks
it was- I was
only
joking
needs to
anyway,
throw
also,
1
but-
yard.
But what if they don't?
Eh.
Sorry?
What if they only threw it half a yard?
Then they wouldn't be in the big game.
Oh yeah, good point. I'm in.
In his
Download
base
the app
form.
today and use code DEATH to get $50 instantly
I
after
don't
you play
think,
your first
I
$5
don't think that
lineup.
really matters,
Yep,
but
if you download the app and use code DEATH, you'll get $50 after your first $5 lineup.
Prize Picks, run your game.
we'll see.
All right, the combatants are set. Move run their data through all
They
possibilities.
had the
It's
Fortnite
time
dance.
for a
Yeah,
death
yeah, I think Asura should win now. Yeah. All right, here we go. Boy. I need to hear one boy. We're gonna hear boy. Say it. Oh, is that who that is? Okay. Ripped him straight out of God of War, the PC version. That must have made it easier to the God of War PC. Wait, is there a Ragnarok PC version? Actually, I don't remember that. Devil Artemis made this, yeah. Oh, there's mid there. Okay. Okay. Oh, ew. There he is.
It's true then. The god of war is on Gaia.
Yeah.
But not for long. You do not want this fight.
That's a pretty good Kratos impression. Why'd you bring him here? Alright. Why bring him here just to... Alright, well, everything that happens is... I'm assuming Mithra's fault here. Okay. Good start for Asura. Alright, nice. Oh no! Oh, the music. I love it. What, did his beard get shorter? Oh my god! Oh my god, yep. Nah, you go Kratos, you find an anime character, bro. Come on.
You let your wrath consume you. I have been down that road before. Shut up!
It's because of Asura, though. I was like... Woo! Yeah, that spear. Yeah, I felt like the spear was underrated. I really liked it in Ragnarok. Sick. Woo! 1,000 arms. Kratos still only got 2, bitch. What's up? What are you gonna do about it? Oh, shit. Ow! Oh, yeah, I got those. I love the little... Oh, no, your arms. Okay. Bro, your arms always fucking get destroyed. You just had 1,000. What happened, bro? It's your fucking fault for bringing him here. So he's in full-on wrath mode. In the game, it took someone dying to do it.
This is not my end!
I have no idea who's going to win, honestly. Oh my god! Oh, is he gonna do like a reverse? Yeah. Well, to be fair, in Asura's Wrath, it was a finger. They punched a bunch, but alright. Ooh, good shot. Oh, okay. This escalated quite a bit, by the way. Okay.
Death has not heard me yet!
Such a good line. Love that line. Was that in God of War Ragnarok, or was that in the 2018 one? Oh my god, oh no!
But you deserve a worthy end!
Okay, maybe Kratos. That's pretty good. Okay. Kratos played a lot of Shadow of the Colossus. He knew where to attack. Okay.
You are a monster no longer. I never was.
Okay. All right. Well. Wow. Damn. They. All right. Hold on. I felt like they really hyped up Asura. Wait, hold on. Oh. Okay. No, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, all right.
Well,
Hey, I felt like they boosted Asura quite a bit.
Even though Asura can blow up stars?
Asura had some amazing displays of
Yeah.
apocalyptic destruction, but the full scope of their
Let me
speed,
hear this.
experience, versatility, and power sheds a surprising light.
At first glance,
Does
speed
it?
seems
Okay.
like a shoo-in for Asura.
Yeah.
Kratos is quick, but he never dodged a universe-crossing laser.
That doesn't mean he couldn't. Remember, as usual,
Wait, what?
we look at these characters at their peak, free from gameplay
Well,
restrictions.
but he never did though. You can't just say he could.
Helios,
You don't know.
God.
From the moment he's introduced, Helios is emphasized to be immensely powerful. Without Helios, darkness would shroud everything. His light was fast enough to illuminate the entire underworld while Kratos sailed through it, taking a few hours at most.
So, kinda hard to
Okay.
quantify, but that's consistent with the shockwaves the primordials caused that spawned the universe.
Arguments could be made for which is faster, the primordial shockwaves or Chakravartin's intergalactic lasers. Since it's so close, it's safest to assume their speeds are generally even.
But what does speed matter
Okay.
if you don't know how to use it?
I wish that was
Let's
true
cover
while playing God of War,
experience. Asura lived
like
across
Ragnarok.
centuries,
His ass is slow as
obviously
fuck
a lot
sometimes.
longer than Kratos.
And while Kratos eventually learned to control his rage, Asura pretty much always had that control.
So Asura easily takes experience. But when
Yeah.
it comes to versatility, he couldn't match all the weapons and abilities Kratos had.
Sure, Asura's
Sure,
quite skilled and
yeah.
a monster at martial arts, but
Yeah.
his fighting style mostly relies on one thing.
A whole
Punch.
lot of punches.
Kratos' weapons, magic, runes, relics, and even his rage
Yeah,
gave him
the
far more
vibes for the
options in
fight were a little
combat,
weird.
Slowing down time, healing injuries, and most importantly, multiple weapons.
I will say,
that
like,
could
I like the
bring a
animation. I'm not
variety
gonna
of
shit on it because it
energies,
was good.
Like
but-
mantra.
Yeah, when Asura
It was a
loses all
weird
his mantra
beginning.
energy,
He just
that's
teleports
it for
in
him.
and then-
So the Dropnir spears
and then
and
Asura
Blade of Olympus
was like,
gave
"All right,
Kratos
let's fight."
exactly
He knew
what
who he
needed.
was, so I guess-
Versatility and multiple ways to finish this for
I don't
good
know.
before Asura just comes
No,
crawling
he
back
can't
out
kill
of the
me.
underworld.
I'm
If he
real.
could.
Last time
Asura's
I checked.
resurrections take years or whole centuries, days at best.
But all this assumes Kratos could match Asura's crazy strength. All roads lead to power, which should go to Asura, right? Look at what he can do! If this came down
Yeah.
to who made the bigger kaboom, he'd kick
course it
Kratos'
was.
ass in 2 seconds.
But a closer
Yeah,
examination.
exactly.
of their
Yeah,
feats
exactly. You could
reveals
beat
the
Thor's
truth.
ass
At his
too.
peak, Asura overpowered Chakravartin, annihilating that cosmic golden god.
By measuring
Yeah,
the dimensions
and
of
Kratos
Chakravartin's body
killed
and scaling it up to match
Zeus.
the size
Is
of
that
this
right?
galaxy eclipsing
Yeah,
statue,
okay.
we can determine its volume. Add in the density
Right.
of gold, for good measure assuming the form is solid throughout, and its mass far exceeds not just our galaxy, but our entire observable universe.
Destroying that big golden god would need energy on par with obliterating our universe 91,000 times.
Extremely impressive and unfathomable. However, the same idea applies to Ragnarok shaking the roots of
Okay.
Yggdrasil.
Ragnarok is obviously a bit of a different beast than Kratos, but what really matters is what Freyr did.
Right, Freyr, a god comparable to Kratos, held
Right.
back Ragnarok's power for a significant
Remember
time.
Freyr?
So Kratos should be capable of the same level of power, or even more.
Using an official map
okay,
and knowing the world
sure,
tree's branches
I guess.
encompass all of existence, we can measure its size and volume.
And we know this map is accurate because it shows these two realms conjoined.
Feels like there's a lot
we
of
see in
assumptions
game.
here.
Even if we assume the Tree of the Realms is only 1% solid, a significant lowball that Kratos should easily scale above, shaking such an incomprehensibly large structure would require enough force to destroy our universe's mass energy
For the goat
9
picture.
million times over.
Who said
That's
again,
almost
Demon
100
Archer? You talking
times
about?
greater than Chakravartin's destruction. And this isn't some one-off outlier.
I
mean, a realm-shattering supergiant doesn't sound too different from the other titans and Olympians Kratos defeated.
That's the thing, isn't it? It's easy to think that we never see Kratos do anything that matches Asura, but we do. Helios' speed matches Chakravartin, and Kratos outsped him. Atlas is strong enough to lift all of reality, and Kratos overpowered him. Kronos defeated the creator of the universe in a one-on-one fight, same as Asura, and Kratos.
I think it's just that Asura presents the challenges in a more.
Kratos takes the edge in power.
But hey, Capcom,
I don't want to say epic, but anime way.
We'll try this again.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Asura's the sun rises. The god of wrath was Kratos.
The winner is Kratos.
But what if?
Oh. Wait, what? What if what? Oh, so now they're just gonna do alternate endings where the other guy wins. I don't. Oh yeah, mash the button. There you go. There you go. Kratos is like, ow. So it took 1 point. Oh, look at him. Flown in the air like he's fucking. He's a graceful little swan. Oh, Calliope, what's up? He punched him into the other world, bro. Yeah, it does have a very sad vibe, the entire battle,
And
including
that
this
concludes
opening.
my pitch for Asura's Wrath 2. The end. Next time on.
Okay, alright, here we go, next time. Ghost Rider? Yeah, it's Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider versus who, though? Oh, Spawn, that's right, yes! I heard that. Yes. That's such a good one. That's so good. Oh, I'm fucking hyped for that one. Alright. The alternate ending's a little weird. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking too. Doesn't alternate ending ruin the whole triumph of the winner? It does. Like I mean, I guess like you could always argue that. Oh, it's just like, what would it look like if he won? Oh god, that's right. I can't get a thumbnail up. Damn, that was a long battle. You know what? Or a long death battle, just all together. I think it was mainly because of that ending part. Like the battle itself was like what, about 6 minutes long, but the ending part felt like the explanation of why they chose Kratos over Asura. First of all, it felt weird. I felt like there was a lot of assumptions there, because they said we could just assume like 3 or 4 times, which is fine, whatever. I know there's probably some people that are like, yeah, Kratos should win, and that's totally fine. I love Kratos. Kratos, I think personally, is a better character than Asura. But the way, I don't know, it feels weird. I feel like Asura should have probably won, but yeah, I don't know. It does, again, like the ideas are fun. I'm not gonna be one of those people that goes on Twitter or whatever or chat rooms or fucking Reddits and saying like they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I have a good time. They give me a recap of characters that I haven't played a game from in a little while. Asura that's the character I'm talking about, really. I of course played God of War recently because of Ragnarok. And then I get a cool little battle. They also did assumptions for Asura at some points. There was a lot of stuff that they talked about Asura, just not assumptions, just straight up exactly what happened in the game. And sure, there was some assumptions, but I felt like the ones that they brought up for Kratos were just like, yeah, we can assume he's as strong as Asura. I'm like, okay, like they talked about assumptions more than anything else at the end of this video than they did with Asura. They just like, yeah, he's like, we said he was super powerful. We obviously bolstered him a lot in our little like, you know, pre-fight fucking like recaps of each character, but really Kratos, like, we can assume he's this, we can assume he's that, we can assume he's as fast as him. I don't know, whatever. It felt very weird. It feels like Death Battle does this a lot, where they really bolster one character in the recap things, the little talking about each character and giving the recap of all their abilities, and it's very obvious, like, oh, this one is definitely gonna win. It feels like that, and then when the battle happens, it doesn't actually happen like that, and then they explain at the end, like, no, this is the reason why. I don't know. They hype both characters, yes, but Asura was definitely hyped way more. 100% was. I don't want to hear it. I'm sorry, he was. He fucking 100% was. Like, Demon Archer, I know you're defending a lot, but Asura was 100% more hyped up before the fight. Oh. But that doesn't defeat the point there, Demon Archer. I mean, hyping the guy that with one game that never got love when it first came out. I mean, it doesn't matter really. They're hyping him up because they're saying all the things he did in the game, including the DLC. Kratos had, what, 7 games, and they didn't hype almost any of that stuff up until after the battle. I don't know, and because they brought it up for sure, but they didn't make it seem like it was a big deal compared to what Asura did in his game. It felt like they nerfed Kratos. I will agree with that. In the recap, it felt like they were bringing things up that he did, but wasn't like it wasn't as badass as you would expect. But when they were bringing up Asura, they had the footage to prove it, and the fucking the details and stuff way more than I felt like with Kratos. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Again, I don't take these too seriously, so. Yeah, I mean, I guess Sammy, I guess technically Kratos did too. So he kills Zeus. It took him 3 games to kill Zeus, but he does eventually kill Zeus. So Asura kills. He hasn't won like 8-9 hour game. Asura's like Gojo. No, I'd win. You know, it's funny. That was actually kind of what that little dive that Kratos did after getting punched reminded me of when Gojo was floating. Sure, but they didn't hype that up enough. Demon Archer. They said, they killed Kronos, and then showed a little bit of it. Like none of the hype was felt in this death battle for Kratos. I don't think. And I guess it also helps that I played the God of War games, and while he is strong, I would never say he's not. Asura, they do a good job of that in that game of making him feel like a force of nature. Where Kratos still feels like, especially in the last 2 games, still feels like a dude, you know? Like when Kratos get fucked up by one skeleton-looking dude and die, I guess Asura can too, but it's very, very rare when that happens. It's usually a lot of boss fights, really, in Asura's Wrath. But yeah, a lot of that hype stuff is mainly text from the novels. You can't really show. Well, that's the fault of, I guess, using a lot of the text from the novels, I guess, which I don't know. I feel like isn't. I won't say it's not fair to use that, but I will say that we should have maybe stuck with just the games. Asura had 1 game, and now Kratos had 8 games, and then also books. It's like, all right, unless you're talking about like for the Greek gods. Maybe we're talking about the Greek gods. I guess you are, because they were talking about Helios and all that stuff, so maybe that's what you're talking about. It would not surprise me if God of War has some novels. I never read them. I never would. Sorry, even literally revived after a couple seconds in the manga, yeah. Oh, there's a manga? Okay. That makes sense, actually, if there's a Asura's Wrath manga. They probably mentioned that in here, but let's just say I was a little... To be fair, I was also a little distracted by my chat sometimes, let's just say. So, will you do a room tour one day, maybe? I don't know. They didn't bring up the Asura's Wrath manga. I don't remember hearing it, but I thought maybe they quickly brought it up. No, I was gave context to the God of War characters. Even then, I feel people would complain about them not being brought up at all. I wouldn't mind them not being brought up, actually. Like, if they have nothing to do with Kratos' strength and his feats, then I don't think they need to be brought up. Like, I thought that was a little weird when they brought up the tree of life or whatever. What was it? The tree, whatever. The tree of your whatever the hell tree. Obviously important for Kratos, but I don't know if it was important for this battle, really. But they didn't use the manga. Yeah, people. I don't know. I think you know what, I'm just gonna say here. I think they chose Kratos over Asura because they knew more people would be upset if Kratos lost. And then they put an alternate ending just for the few that would be a little upset about it. Because like you have to remember they're independent now, so if they piss off a big part of their fan base, because I know there's a lot of people that stopped watching after like Goku and Superman way back in the day. So I don't know. He scales other characters who those novels back up the power they gave him. Eggman died, and that community is huge. Mario community is huge too. I don't understand. One of these communities is not huge. Is all I'm saying, Demon Archer. I'm sorry, the Sora's Wrath community is not nowhere near as big as God of War. Like Eggman versus Bowser, right? Yeah, convenient you left out that Bowser won. Who, by the way, Mario is one of the biggest video game series of all time. Maybe the biggest video game series of all time. But whatever. They were angry at Alucard versus Dio. Didn't Dio win? Wait, did Dio win? I don't even remember. I watched that one. Like the Dio is the one who said it in the chat. Anyway, all right. Well, let me end the recording because I don't even have. Yeah, that's what I thought. Dio won. I don't even have the chat on screen for obvious reasons. Anyway, that's it.